What's going on, Legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into Modern Warfare Zombies, and today, I'm bringing you guys the mission guide for all the Act 2 Tier 5 missions. Alright, so first up, we have Mind Control. Now, this one is going to be 2 parts, and it does require a specific ammo mod. So if you guys don't have access to the specific schematic that you need for this ammo mod, then you guys will need to infill. You'll probably want to hit up Aether Nests, the Infested Strongholds, regular Strongholds. Just kind of loot around the map, opening as many caches as you guys can, increasing your odds that one of the caches that you will finally open will have the ammo mod that you need. But once you guys are able to get access to it, you guys will be able to start this mission. Now, part 1's asking us to turn 20 zombies with the Brain Rot ammo mod. So the ammo mod you guys are going to need, of course, is going to be the Brain Rot. And if you guys are confused at any point what this one is, it is the one that has like the skull and crossbones on it. You guys should be able to get access to it pretty easy. Once you guys actually have this, you're going to equip it to the weapon of your choice. Doesn't really matter which weapon you choose. Then the only thing you're going to need to do is eliminate zombies. Eventually, one of the zombies that you shoot will turn into a friendly zombie, aka being turned. Now, very similar to other ammo mod missions, you guys could choose to put this on an underpowered weapon, go maybe even into the tier 2 zone, finding some overpowered zombies, choosing to then use this on the overpowered zombies, getting a higher turning radius on the zombies that you need. Honestly, for this mission, I don't even know if it's more efficient to go into a higher tier zone or that it matters at all, as you are really just relying on the RNG of the zombie turning, and usually you guys are able to turn them before eliminating them, so eliminating them overall might not even be an issue. If you guys are having issues getting a ton of zombies, that way you're able to farm them quickly, you guys can go and grab an escort contract. Typically you'll get a lot of zombies that way, or you guys can even do some spore contracts, or even the Outlast, which is the one with the satellite on it. No matter which contract you choose, you guys should get a significant amount of zombies to be able to eliminate. Once you guys are able to shoot enough of them to turn 20 zombies with the Brain Rot ammo mod, part 1 is then complete. Now, part 2 is asking us to allow 25 zombies to be killed by the turned zombies. Now, this is actually pretty easy as long as you are allowing the zombies to get the eliminations. But anytime you guys actually turn one of the zombies with the Brain Rot ammo mod, I definitely recommend at that point to allow that zombie to do as much of the eliminations as possible. So even if it takes you just running around, allowing that zombie to kind of chase you, eliminating the zombies that are also chasing you, that will also give you guys a better turnaround for your turned zombies getting the eliminations. If you guys do choose to turn a zombie, but then you're just standing there shooting all the zombies around it, it's more than likely it's going to have a hard time getting the eliminations that you need, and you'll probably end up turning way more than the 20 zombies required. So again, I definitely recommend anytime you do turn a zombie successfully, just allow that zombie to get as many eliminations as it can before it disappears. That way you guys will likely get the 25 zombie eliminations that you need with the Brain Rot zombie, even knocking out part 2 before you complete part 1. Once you guys are actually able to allow the zombies to get 25 eliminations while they're brain rotted, you guys will knock out part 2 and complete this mission. Alright, so next up we have Frostbite. This one is going to be 2 parts. Part 1 is asking us to freeze 50 zombies with the Frost Blast field upgrade. So before you guys even manage to infill into your match, you're going to want to make sure you have the correct field upgrade equipped. So you'll go ahead and select that Frost Blast before infilling into your next match, and once you infill, you're going to need to go ahead and build it up. Now, my best recommendation for this, as you can no longer do the exfil strat, would be to go ahead and grab one of your nearest contracts, whether it's a Spore Control, a Outlast, which is the one with the satellite on it, or the Escort contract, as they're all pretty good at giving you a significant amount of zombies. So go ahead, grab one of these contracts, and throughout that, you guys will be eliminating zombies, building up your field upgrade meter, eventually being able to fill that meter entirely, and throughout the exact same contract that you guys are using to build up that meter, you guys will then be able to activate your field upgrade whenever it's ready. Definitely recommend for this one, building up a significant mob of zombies, which is pretty easy to do with the Escort, popping or activating that Frost Blast field upgrade, and it is going to require us to bring in a specific field upgrade within that radius. So if you guys have a big enough mob around you, allow them to get close to you, pop or activate this, you guys will be able to freeze any zombies within the radius. And obviously, if you guys choose to build up a big enough mob of zombies, you guys might even be able to knock out half of these within a single activation, making it a lot easier to go ahead and knock this out within multiple activations instead of having to build this up 3, 4, and even 5 times. You guys are just going to repeat the exact same process you guys did, continue eliminating zombies, building up that meter. Once it's full, mob up your zombies once again, activate this field upgrade, then you guys will get the rest of the eliminations that you need. Once you guys are able to freeze 50 zombies with the Frost Blast field upgrade, that will knock out part 1. But part 2 is asking us to freeze 5 mimics with the Frost Blast field upgrade. Now, this is going to be a lot harder to do than part 1, as you aren't going to be able to just farm zombies, go ahead and activate this, get progress that way. You guys are then going to need to go ahead and farm zombies, build up your field upgrade, and I definitely recommend going over to an infested stronghold, as you will be able to guarantee at least 1 mimic within each of these, at least in the tier 1 zone. And then if you guys head over to the tier 2 zone, sometimes you guys can even find multiple mimics on top of the roof. You guys might even be able to activate it on 2 at once. But more than likely, you will be heading over to infested strongholds once actually building up your field upgrade, wandering around within it until you guys are actually able to get the mimic to spawn in. Once he spawns in and you guys have the field upgrade, you're just going to activate it, which should freeze the mimic as long as he's within range. Once you freeze him, you are free to eliminate him, and then you're going to need to go ahead and build up that field upgrade once again, heading over to another infested stronghold where you're going to repeat the exact same process. And like I said, you guys can go ahead and gamble, head into the tier 2 zone, maybe get up on top of one of the roofs of the infested strongholds, where you might be able to activate it on 2 at the exact exact same time. But regardless, once you guys are able to freeze 5 mimics with the Frost Blast field upgrade, that will knock out part 2 and complete this mission. Alright, and last but not least, we have Exterminator. This one is going to be 3 parts, and it can be on the more challenging end if you guys don't know exactly how to execute it, as part 1's asking us to complete a spore control contract. So once you guys actually infill, you're going to be looking for the contract phone that looks like it does have a little egg on it, because we'll head over to it, grab it, it'll send you over to a location of a toolbox, and within the radius of this toolbox will be these little eggs, and surrounding that egg will be a radius that is protecting it. And once you guys actually get over to the toolbox, you'll be able to grab some inhibitors inside. I definitely recommend grabbing more than one set of them, as you will be able to just open up your backpack, equip more of them, which will allow you avoiding having to go back over to the toolbox, unless you guys just want to go ahead and do that. You guys will then grab your inhibitors, head over to one of the eggs, throw one of these down next to the egg, which after a little bit of time will break down the shield, exposing the egg. You guys are going to make your way to each of the 6 individual eggs or spores within this range, and you guys will be able to throw your inhibitors down. Then once again, the shields break down, you guys will be able to destroy them. Then once you're able to make it over to each of these 6 individual spores and destroy them, you guys will be able to knock out this contract and complete part 1. Now, part 2 is where it gets a little bit more challenging. It's asking us to complete the contract in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, the strategy that I recommend for going for this is once you grab the contract, obviously having a vehicle helps. You'll jump in your vehicle, you'll head over to the toolbox. You're going to want to make sure you grab all 6 inhibitors that you need during this process. Then you'll want to take a look at your map and see which ones are the furthest ones out. Head over to those, throw down your first inhibitor, allowing it to obviously start breaking down that shield. Head over to your second one, throw down that inhibitor. Then you're going to go ahead, open up your backpack, equip 2 more, go to the 3rd and 4th ones, place those down. You're not worried about destroying them at this point yet. Then you'll go over to your 5th and 6th ones, throw those inhibitors down. At this point, you can wait for the shields to break down, or you guys can head back to your 1st and 2nd ones where you'll be able to destroy those off the rip. But you guys could just essentially wait for the 5th and 6th ones that you place to be able to be shot, be able to destroy both of those, head back to the 3rd and 4th ones, destroy those pretty quickly, then back over to the original 2 where you'll be able to destroy those pretty fast. As long as you're able to throw these 6 down really quick, then by the time you make your way back through, you guys will be able to knock this out in much less than the 2.5 minutes required, making absolutely certain that you guys don't fail this by going to an egg, throwing down the 2 inhibitors that you have, heading to the toolbox, going and grab 2 more. It seems just like a lot of wasted time and could actually lead to you guys failing this. But as long as you guys follow this method, grabbing all 6 inhibitors off the rip, you guys should be able to make it to all 6 locations fast enough, destroying all 6 of the eggs in under the 2.5 minutes, knocking out part 2. Now part 3 is just asking us to obtain rare ether tool schematic and exfil. So as long as you've knocked out the contract successfully and you were able to do it in under the 2.5 minutes, when you guys head over to your reward section and open it up, you guys should get access to the rare aether tool schematic that you need. But again, once you guys are able to get access to the rare aether tool schematic, the only thing left for you to do is exfil safely. You'll look at your tac map, find your nearest exfil, head over to it, exfil safely, and part 3 in this mission will be complete. Now that's going to wrap things up for today's mission guide on all the Act 2 Tier 5 missions. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.